In international news coming in now, ahead of US presidential elections, US President Joe Biden has won enough delegates to seal the Democratic Party's nomination with a face-off, possibly as it looks like, against former President Donald Trump. Remember that it is going to be very interesting. While the elections may be in November, there are primary and caucus that are being done. It's very different from how Indian elections are. But this could be, for the first time in about 70 years, we are told, an election rematch between Biden and Trump that could take place. Despite legal hassles, Donald Trump is all guns blazing and is trying to win not just delegates but also votes in different primaries that have happened in the states. So that's the big news. If Biden and Trump rematch happens, one is about 77 years of age, one is about 81 years of age, but age is no bar here in US elections. People, at least for now, those who are voting, those who are supporters of the parties, are voting not for any other candidate, not Vivek Ramaswamy or Nikki Haley or from the Democrat side. They are still voting for Joe Biden and for Donald Trump, respectively. Enough, and then for them for a rematch. India Today's Foreign Affairs Geeta Mohan joining me for the latest on that. Geeta, I find it fascinating that no other candidate for their respective parties are getting the votes by the voters of those parties. It's still Biden and Trump.
Well, in the U.S. presidential elections, the incumbent normally gets the vote. There is hardly anyone who actually stands against a sitting president. So it is obvious that Biden would be winning the delegates to be the nominee for the presidential election for the Democratic Party. And while there are some other Democrats who are fighting as independents, including Kennedy Jr., we will have to see how they will really affect or impact the Democratic vote bank. Having said that, it is the Donald Trump race that's quite interesting, with everyone having bowed out, Nikki Haley being one of the last and the most important ones. And now we are looking at a direct repeat of 2014, the last elections, not 2014, sorry, and with Donald Trump and Joe Biden fighting each other. So it is going to be very interesting, but rather nasty U.S. elections this time around as well.
All right, Geeta Mohan will be tracking all the latest on what's expected with regard to the U.S. presidential election.